The Legend of the Tuberose Flower. Long, long ago, there lived a learned man who loved going deep into the forest to gather medicinal herbs. More than anything else, he searched for agarwood, a rare substance used to cure illnesses and save lives. Agarwood is a fragrant resin formed by the eaglewood tree when it heals itself after being cut or broken. Though it is very precious and can cure many diseases, finding it is extremely difficult. One must venture deep into the forest, and before each journey, the seeker must perform good deeds and cleanse themselves carefully. This man had lost his wife. He had 2 sons who had already married and moved away, and a young daughter who was slender, fair-skinned, and gentle. Whenever her father went into the forest, she stayed home drying medicinal herbs for him. She had learned some basic literacy and understood right and wrong in life. She loved her father deeply and cared for him with all her heart. One day, a handsome but cruel bandit general led his troops to raid the area where the father and daughter lived. Many villagers were killed, while the king's army had not yet arrived. Knowing that the bandit general suffered from a terrible headache, the father discussed with the village elders a plan to bring his most precious piece of agarwood to sell to the bandit, hoping to get close enough to kill him. One elder said, "That will be very difficult. I've heard he never allows strangers to meet him. How could you get close enough?" Another elder added, "Perhaps only a beautiful woman could get near him." The father replied, "But I've heard he is extremely handsome and wealthy. Any woman who gets close to him easily falls under his spell." After long discussions, they agreed that they needed a beautiful yet strong-minded girl who would not be seduced and would be brave enough to kill him. After the elders left, the young girl spoke to her father, "Father, please let me bring the agarwood to that cruel bandit. I promise I will destroy him. I cannot bear knowing how many innocent people have died because of him." Her father was pleased but deeply worried. "This is not an easy task, my child. Thinking about it is one thing, doing it is another. Please don't worry, father. I can do it." Just then, her 2 brothers returned, asking for permission to kill the bandit themselves. When they heard their sister's plan, the younger brother objected strongly. "Father, that's impossible. She's a woman. We are men. How could we let her face such danger while we stay home?" The elder brother added, "There may be advantages, but the risks are far greater. Who knows if she could resist his charm?" The girl calmly asked, "Then how do you plan to kill him?" The younger brother answered, "We will sell him agarwood and swear that if it doesn't cure his headache in 3 days, he can kill us. During those 3 days, we'll find a way to kill him." She replied, "What if he keeps you locked far away?" They fell silent. Then she said, "That bandit never lets anyone near him, except women like me." The elder brother asked, "And how would you kill him?" She answered, "I only need a needle coated with poison. I'll hide it in my hair. One small scratch on his hand will be enough." Her father was astonished and pleased. After much discussion, he allowed the elder brother to accompany her part of the way. The villagers admired her courage and offered many words of advice. After 2 days, the siblings reached the bandits' camp. The general lived in the largest house, heavily guarded. That morning, the girl walked through the camp calling out, "Agarwood born from wounds and pain, a miracle cure for headaches and suffering. Buy it now, buy it fast, one taste and the pain will surely pass." The guards reported her to the general, who ordered a careful inspection and summoned her in secret. Seeing her slender figure and fair skin, he was immediately pleased. She demanded payment before handing over the agarwood. He paid 10 bars of silver. She explained how to use it, then turned to leave, but a guard stopped her and brought her to meet the general. The general smiled warmly and asked her to stay. Though frightened, she pretended to hesitate, remembering her father and her mission. Suddenly, an old man beaten and bleeding was dragged in. The general ordered him tortured. The girl understood the cruelty hidden behind the handsome face and felt her resolve strengthen. Later, when the general's headache returned, she instructed him to drink the agarwood medicine. That night, he showered her with gifts but remained cautious, knowing a woman not yet bewitched could still be dangerous. On the third night, convinced she had fallen for him, the general stayed in her chamber. As he embraced her, she quickly scratched his hand with the poisoned needle. He cried out, "What did you do?" She calmly replied, "I'm sorry. I forgot to put my sewing needle away." Moments later, he collapsed and died. She fled toward the western hill, but before she could escape, guards caught her. Seeing their dead leader, the deputy general killed her in rage. The bandits fled the next day, fearing a land where even a young woman dared to destroy their chief. The villagers buried her with great care. Her elder brother, filled with regret for doubting her, wandered into the forest and later died, turning into a cicada that cries endlessly in sorrow. To honor the brave girl, villagers built a small shrine. One day, an elder brought back a strange flower from the forest, pure white, 5-petaled like stars, blooming in long clusters, releasing a deep fragrance at night reminiscent of agarwood. The flower had no name. The elders decided to name it after the girl. Her name was Hue. And that is why, to this day, we call it the Hue flower, tuberose.